Ranger is the Executive Vice President of Technology at the Ford Motor Company, and you've got a brand new baby here. Actually, not totally brand new, but you've already redone the F-150, even though it's only been in the market a couple of years. What's your thinking on doing a refresh so early in the cycle?
Well, when you're leaders, everybody's chasing, right? So it's important that you continue to invest, continue to keep the vehicle fresh, and that's exactly what we do with F-150. We're not going to lose that leadership position.
So what are some of the highlights here of what you've done with this truck?
Clearly all new front end, so you can see the front end freshened. You can't see the back end, but we've also freshened the back end, but also a lot more technology and capabilities. So adaptive cruise control, capable of going all the way to stop and go, pedestrian detection, next generation Sync 3 in the vehicle, start stop. Under the hood, a lot of changes. So a new 3.3 liter V6, direct injection is standard. Probably the upgrades on every powertrain, but the big news being that the diesel's coming in the vehicle. So a 3-liter diesel going to be available in the F-150 for the first time. With
so much change under the hood, is that why you've got to do some styling to let people know that you've really upped the ante with this truck?
Well, even last year, you know, without a styling change, we introduced an upgraded 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost, right? So it certainly helps. We wanted to do some styling upgrades anyway, bring some more functionality, and as well as highlight the changes under the hood. So certainly the appearance change gets people's attention.
So what would that be, about 3 years since you launched the truck that you're doing a refresh? Are we going to see more of that at Ford and in the industry?
You know, we're really happy with our refresh rates, right? We've put a focus over the last few years about keeping the product line very fresh, and that really ties to market share. So we're going to continue to invest in that, but clearly as an industry, we're investing a lot in regulatory, a lot in fuel economy, a lot in safety. And with, you know, the budgets are limited, so you have to spend appropriately. So how much you can spend on freshening versus how can you spend on those technical upgrades is certainly part of the business we have to balance.
Here at the show, you guys made a couple of big announcements. You confirmed, because the rumor's been out there, that we're going to see a Ranger and a Bronco.
Right.
What can you tell us about those vehicles?
Well, we're really happy to bring the Ranger nameplate back. You know, obviously a lot of requests for that. We've seen the market focusing on just the pure size of that mid-sized truck, and we've got a great Ranger globally.
But will this be that same Ranger?
It will be fundamentally the same Ranger we have globally, with some changes for U.S. laws, obviously, and also some aspects of what that U.S. customer is looking for, so slightly modified for the U.S. customer. And then the Bronco, again, a legendary nameplate, and to bring a vehicle that's really focused on off-road capability back into the lineup is going to be a lot of fun.
There's been sort of two Broncos over the year. You know, the original one, which is very Jeep-like in a way and compact, did terrific in off-road racing. And then there's at the other end of the opposite end of the spectrum, the big Bronco that everybody knows from the OJ chase. Where's this new Bronco going to fit in?
Well, for that big Bronco, we really replaced that with the Expedition. That's what fills that spot right now. This new Bronco will be based off the Ranger platform. And so it's going to be a similar size vehicle to what you see in the Ranger. Now, for our American customers, they've never seen that global Ranger. So that's a bit bigger than the Ranger we used to have here in the U.S. So I would say it's kind of in between what you saw in that really big Bronco and then the smaller Bronco.
You also have a global vehicle called the Everest,
That's right?
Is that what the new Bronco is?
No, it's a separate vehicle. It's be an incremental vehicle from the Everest. The Everest kind of serves a lot of off-road capability, maybe the space that the Explorer serves here in the U.S., but a body-on-frame construction with a lot more off-road capability the rest of the world. This Bronco is completely unique from that Everest.
It's body-on-frame, though.
It is body-on-frame, and so, again, focusing on that off-road capability.
A lot of people have wondered, why has the auto industry let Jeep just run free? Is the Bronco going to be competition for the Jeep brand?
Well, you know, that segment is getting a little bit more crowded, seeing the success of the Jeep, certainly. So certainly that will be one of the competitive vehicles we'll be targeting. But I think the Bronco's got a pretty good name on its own, and people have an idea what a Bronco should be. Certainly we have an idea what a Bronco should be, and we're going to be looking forward to bringing that to our customers.
Okay, let's go full circle back to the F-150. When are we going to see this in production and in showrooms?
This will be in the showrooms late this year. You know, we're going to start production in the summer of this year, late this year, and the diesel will be early next year.
Very good. Ranger, always a pleasure to talk to you. I always learn something new.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, you bet.
At IAC, inspiration comes from within, and it shows in every material choice we make, every surface technology we develop, and every design detail we obsess over. Because as a global leader in automotive interior components, we understand that it's what's inside that truly drives us all. It's why we create solutions that seamlessly connect consumer to car, sight to sound to touch. Visit IACgroup.com and be inspired.